Hello, everybody. I started thinking about this flight traffic, and I think I may be able to tell a little bit of a story about what could be going on here. Right here is Chinquing. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but I'll show you the population. There's no airplanes, and no, it's called Chongqing. Chongqing population, 30 million people. 30 million people and no air traffic in that city. Now you have to remember there are a half a billion people under lockdown quarantine, the last that we have been told anyway, in China, which is, there's no other word you can use for it, it's martial law. And there's even reports as high as 780 million people are under lockdown quarantine. But this city right here has 30 million people and no planes coming in or out. That would indicate to me that things are really bad here. Really bad. No air traffic coming in or out. Okay, the next one is Chengdu. I know I'm not pronouncing these right. When I get paid 25 million a year, I'll start pronouncing them right. I'm working for free here, folks. Okay, Chengdu is, let's see how many million that is. 16 million people in Chengdu is the only way I can pronounce it. Okay, let's take a look at it again. It's right here. There's a flight over it. Now, there's 16 million people, folks. Now, that's unusual. It's not even showing me the flight path. Okay, this is one plane heading out of the city of 16 million people headed for Bangkok. But there's no flight. It just took off. Okay, look at these other planes. This one came from Manchester, England, going to Hong Kong. I mean, there's all sorts of flights going to Hong Kong. That one's not stopping. This one is not stopping. It's just flying over this city of 16 million. This one's Amsterdam to Hong Kong. So one plane coming out of that city of 16 million people, that would indicate to me also that there's something wrong here. Okay, let's start taking a look at some of the other cities. Now, Shanghai has flights going in and out. Not a lot, but it has flights. Hong Kong seems to be the one with the most concentrated flights here down the bottom right. What I'm getting at, folks, is I'm trying to identify where there might be some really bad things going on. Let's look at this city, Zhengzhou. Let's see what the population of this city is, because there's almost no air traffic. Let's see what we get. $10 million people. 10 million in this city, and there's shows one flight over it, but that flight is not, let me see if I got this right. It must now be leaving. There's one flight and 10 million people. So that could be something wrong in that city. This is where I believe things are really bad as far as the virus, is what I'm getting at. I'm just trying to find the biggest cities here. Let's go down here to this one and see. This is right next to Shanghai. I'm going to be doing other countries right and focusing on the coronavirus. North Korea has 0 flights over the entire country. And I'll be getting to those in other broadcasts. Let's see the population of this one. Okay, 10 million there. In Hangzhou, 10 million. And let me get the flight here. This is showing to be a test flight. So I guess that's probably military or something like that. But in a city of 10 million people, only one airplane, and that says test. Okay, let's go to the next one next to Shanghai. And that is Zhuhao. Let's see what it's probably about 10 million. Well, this one doesn't have the actual words, so I can't really look it up. Let me see what other big cities I can find here. And Wuhan is right here. No flights over Wuhan. And nobody landing, nobody coming out. Now see, that's an indication right there, folks. Nothing going on in Wuhan. And we know this place is in bad shape. So that's the point I'm trying to make these other cities. Is this where the really bad stuff is going on? Let's try this one down here. I can't really zoom, folks, because when I live stream, it really starts getting glitchy. So I'm trying not to fool with that too much. You might want to get on a big screen to watch what I'm doing. Okay, this city right here. Let's put it in, see what the population is. Okay, Hangzhou, 10 million. 10 million, it's right here. And this plane right here is going to Hong Kong, not to that city. This plane here did come out of that city and going to Bangkok. I think that's that city. No? Let me look again here real quick. Yeah. Okay, one airplane in a city of 10 million. That tells me something's not right. Oops. See what I mean, folks? It just... Okay, let me keep looking and see what else I can find here. These three coastal cities. Now look at Taiwan here. Taiwan has flights going in and out, lots. Let's look at this city, see how big it is. Whoops. Okay, let me get the population on this one. I really wanted to get the 30 million, 20 million populations. 8 million in that city. Shanghai, let's go see Beijing real quick, see what's going on there. Look at this. Beijing. And make sure I got this right. There's no flights over Beijing. That's 24 million people, folks. Something's going on in Beijing. Now Shanghai has air traffic, and they're both 20 plus million people apiece. And these two flights coming, this is Beijing right here. Wow. That's coming from Madrid, Spain to Beijing. Okay, one plane out of Beijing. 24 million people. This one's Paris that didn't even stop in Beijing. This is going to Shanghai. So something must be going on in Beijing bad because there's only one flight coming out of a city of 24 million people. Let me just see how populated. I'm still trying to hit the big cities. Okay, we know Shanghai. Here's Shanghai. There's not that many flights coming out of Shanghai, to tell you the truth. That's 24 million people. Oh, I got the airport. Let me get the air traffic, the flight. That's going from Taipei to Shanghai. That's one plane. Two, that's Shanghai to Tokyo. Yeah, let me zoom in on Shanghai a little bit. There must be something not going good in Shanghai either. That's not very many flights at all. It's Shanghai right here. This one's is test flights. I'm assuming these are military of some type. So even Shanghai has very little air traffic. Osaka, Japan to Shanghai. So Shanghai must not be doing very good either. Okay, folks, I just wanted to make the point of the places where there's very little air traffic could mean where people are really in trouble and not getting help. They're under quarantine. Over a half a billion people. It's pretty much a media blackout on what's actually taking place. And I'll come back. Let me show you North Korea before I leave. I'm going to start going through these countries and seeing what's going on. Here is there's North Korea right there. No flights over the entire country. Nothing. This is Seoul, North Korea, which has been hit hard. It looks like there's, let's take a look at it. South Korea's been hit pretty hard, but there's a lot of, looks like there's a lot of planes. Is that Seoul? Wait a minute. Let me skid here. Seoul, yeah, that's Seoul. So despite the coronavirus outbreak there, Seoul has a few planes going in there. But anyway, that's the point I wanted to make. Just trying to figure out where the really bad places in China are and other countries. Later.